Hi, this is Of the Moon. Welcome to my channel. And you will see that today this video is special because I'm doing it in English, in my very, very bad English. Okay, so uh, this is because I want to participate and contribute with my decks to the VR to Katie Flowers hashtag. Um, Only 10 decks, right? Okay, so I watching a lot of videos regarding to this hashtag, and I feel that I would like to participate, even though it will be a real challenge. First, to speak in English, and then well, and second, to narrow my more than 100 decks that I have in my collection to only 10 decks. Well, I love it, and I think that it was the shot. Right now. So I want to talk a little bit about me. Okay, so I am from Cuba, and I practice Santeria. Right. So uh, most of the decks that you will see here, they are related to this practice and other African practice as well, because all this practice has uh, a lot of similarities, and I am simply familiar with what I'm seeing in these decks. Okay, uh, I have to use logic and be practical when selected these 10 decks. Okay, so I decided to use the ones that I work with. So um well, that's it. Let's get started. So my first deck that I want to show here is a must. It's a must for every Cuban practitioner, every Cuban spiritist that reads cards for others, right? Is the Spanish card. So the Spanish cards are the cards that I use in Cuba. And if you visit any card reader or spiritist, you will see that they use this deck. Why is that? Because we have a strong influence from the Spanish due colonization at that time, at that moment in history, okay? And second, because in Cuba, we don't have access to tarot decks like we have in other parts of the world. So it's very hard for people in Cuba to access to a tarot deck, those that they have it. It's because someone gave to them, someone who lives outside the island. Okay, so Spanish cards are my most card that I have. Also, I learned with these cards. Uh, this was my first deck, and I learned to work with it until I meet tarot, and then my whole universe exploded, and I fell in love with tarot system. Okay, so next deck. Next deck that I have is the El Gran Tarot Esotérico, the Gray Esoteric Tarot. Okay, I use this tarot for readings. I have many clients that they are practice different spirituals or religious practices different than mine. For example, they are Wiccans or pagans or Vikings or different. They are witches, right? So I like to use this deck for those kind of clients, okay? And I sense that they feel more comfortable when I use this deck with them, okay? So this is my second deck. Next deck, I believe that you would know this deck. This is the Hoodoo Tarot. This is the back part of the deck, okay? This is the Hoodoo Tarot. This is the tarot that I work with. This is the what I must use for everything. I do readings in Instagram, general readings for zodiacal signs, okay? So, and I use this deck. I have watched some videos from people that have this deck and they don't connect. I understand it because this deck is a theme deck, okay? And somehow you need to be familiar with hoodoo practice, okay? And hoodoo practice is very similar to how we practice spiritualism in Cuba. So it's very, very similar and it's easy for me to read this deck. It's like the connection was instantly. And I use for almost everything that I do in my work, okay? So this is the Hoodoo Tarot. Let's see. Next deck. My next deck, first of all, I want to apologize because I don't keep boxes or, I don't keep boxes for most of my decks because of lack of space. And well, sometimes I don't keep it. I don't keep guidebooks either because I don't read guidebooks. I'm sorry. Okay. So in this case, this is the Tarot of the Riches. Okay. Let me show you the guidebook. I keep the guidebook of this tarot because of what? The meaning of this tarot is very different from the conventional meanings that the tarot has. Okay, so in this case, this is the advice that we receive from babalaos. Babalaos are male priests that we have in religion Ifa. Ifa is also an African religion that is practiced in Cuba. It's only meant for men, okay? And when you read this card, it's like when you go and you do a reading, no reading because these priests, the method of adivination is quite different, okay? They use a different tool for that, okay? But if you read the guidebook, you will see that the method is very different. It's the way of the priest talk to you through the Orula's table, okay? Or tablet. I don't know how to say, okay? Because it's a very special tool that they have. But I'm very familiar with the way they conduct those reading through science that they already study. Okay, so, and when I see this deck, I see a lot of patakis as well from Santeria. Patakis is like the sacred scriptures of Santeria under the Osha rule. Okay, the Osha rule is the main rule, the divine rule that Santeros follow. Okay, so, and I can see right away the patakis, the signs, the meaning, the orichas talking to you, giving their message. Okay, you will see this is a babalao, this is a priest right here sitting. They use this. These are like a change with coconut skin, okay, with coconut skin, and they speak to you through this table. It's a wood table. I don't know how to say, okay. So, and this deck is very important to me. This deck is like me. I can see through this deck uh, right away the message. Okay, so this is the tarot of the Orishas. I like the guidebook because, like I said before, the meaning of the cards is quite different from the conventional meaning that we have uh, in tarot system. Okay, so even though it's not like it's following the whiter Smith or anything like that. Is particular, is special. Okay, so next I have Serpent and Pico Tarot. This is by Libra Moon Inc. And I have to confess, when I bought this deck, I I was facing the Mercury retrograde that it got me crazy. I do crazy things that I regret. Okay, so okay, that is the excuse. But this deck was a victim of my craziness in Mercury retrograde, and I trim it. I'm not good at trimming stuff. Okay, that includes decks. And when I first uh, when I saw this deck, it was like, okay, it's another deck, right? Okay. And then I trim it. And once I'm trimming, oh my God. This deck has fans, okay? I call it the beast. This deck, I do readings for Cuba, okay? The situations that we are facing into the island with the regime and government and stuff. And guys, I'm telling you, this deck uh, I can read contamination, energetic contamination in the land, in the sea. I can see everything through this deck. The messages are brutal, are real, are sharp, okay? I don't use this deck for anything else. Actually, you will see, I told before that I don't keep boxes or anything like that, and I keep this deck in its tin because it needs to be there, you know? It needs to be there. It's very, 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 very sharp deck. Okay. And this is the Serpent and the Pico Tarot. Okay. Watch it. Next. Okay. Next. Angel Wisdom Tarot from Radley Valentine. I am not into angel stuff, but you can never say never. Okay. So, what I do with this deck, we, in our practice, we have to align with our ancestors and spiritual guides. Okay. So, I discovered that this deck helped me a lot when I do this work with my spiritual guides and my guardian angel. So this deck help me to work with my guides. Okay, so I use it only for that. I don't use it for readings. I don't use it for anything like that. I also I like to choose a card and put it in my altar so I can meditate, so I can reflect on what is going on, what I need to work with. Okay, so this is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. This is one of very big deck. Let's see what next. This one, Madame and Dora's Fortune Cards. I like this deck because this deck is an oracle that I can combine with any other cards. It's very friendly. You will see that the borders are it's very used. So I like the way it's so friendly and compatible with any decks that I use. I can combine. Their message are also very direct. Goes through your heart and in a good way. Okay, because that's the way I like decks. I don't like sugar-coated decks. I like decks that I direct, that I speak to you clearly and transparent. Like, you need to fix that, okay? So I like decks that they do that. And this is one of them, okay? So this would be this one. Next is my love. This deck is my love. This deck is Mildred Payne's deck, the Black Enchantment Tarot. Okay, so I also keep Mildred's photos in the deck because of respect of what she went through all her life. This is a deck that I use for my readings. Okay, and Patrick Valenza, of course, he's very known within the tarot community, and I love him. His art is out of this world. I have a lot of decks from the Vian Moon, and but this one, oh my gosh, this one is my love. I can live without this deck. It's everything to me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's go to deck number 9. Next deck is El Tarot de Yemaya. Yemaya's Tarot. Actually, this is not a tarot. This is an oracle deck. And it was made by a spiritist and a Santero as well. It has like 30 cards, and it's also the way that Cuban spiritists speak when they are conducting like spiritual reunion that we have when we trying to connect with our guides or dead or ancestor, whatever you call it. Okay, so we have a specific language for that, and this oracle it has this language. Okay, so and it shows also the orichas. You will see this is Obatala. This is the Trinity, Olofin, Olodumare, Olorum, and it's very specific. Ochun. Okay, so this is the back. You will see, and this is a deck that I also use to combine with the tarot of the orishas, okay, because it has the same language and it's easy to combine both decks, okay. So my last deck is a gift from my daughters. I was drooling about this deck for months, okay. This is the African Tarot by Tasama, and it comes in this beautiful velvet black bag. Okay, inside the bag it has this box. Of course, it comes with its guidebook. Okay, that I can get out right now. There you go. And then we have, ta-da, the cards. Okay. This is the back. This is the back. It's etched in like this old gold color. It's like a matte color. I don't know how to say it. There you go. And the good thing is like it's very friendly for beginners. If you are a beginner into the tarot, is the same imagery that it appears in the Rider Smith. Only is the African versions, okay? But you will see it's a Rider Smith version. Okay, you will see the Six of Swords right here. The meanings are the same. So if you are a beginner, and you are looking for a special tarot, and this is an African version, I love it. I love it. The cards, the everything. I love it. And my daughter just gave to me as a gift. She was waiting for Christmas, but she could help it, and she gave it to me right away. So this is the African tarot. I think it's very new, but I think it has been in the market for a few months only. But once I saw it's kind of expensive, okay, but not impossible to get. So those are my 10 decks, guys. I hope you can understand all the mambo jumbo English that I did in this video. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy my decks because I love all of them. But I can't leave any deck behind, okay? Already happened. I already moved out from one state from another, and I took all of my decks with me, and I will continue doing so if I have to move out again, okay? So thank you for watching my video. I hope you like it. Thank you. Blessing. Thank you, Katie Flowers. Thank you to the tarot community. Bye. Love you. Mwah.